Good morning. So today I am delighted to take one of your questions in what we call our Ask Me Anything segment. Okay, this one comes from Jeff, who asked, what is the best approach to take with friends who I love for sure, but who are subtracting from my new way of thinking and attacking my focus on growth and achievement? I know they mean well, but they still tease me about how narrowed my focus and how I'm not into certain things anymore. I don't have the time or inclination to give up 6 hours on a Saturday to go play golf or 4 hours to watch a football game every week. Well, the first thing here, Jeff, is we know how you feel. Well, at least all of us here on Darren Daily know how you feel and what you are dealing with. It happens to all of us when you discover that you are the misfit, the rebel, the troublemaker, the round peg in the square hole. You are the crazy one, the one who sees things differently. But Jeff, you know, while most around you see you as the crazy one, we want you to know we see greatness. This is such a common phenomenon for us strivers, those of us with the desire to be great, that I mentioned it in the greatness interview. Let me remind you about it here.
So I will tell you, these strivers that I'm talking about, they often feel weird or out of place on a, let's say, sunny Saturday afternoon. They'd rather be hammering away on their craft, doing what they consider their art, than laying on a beach or poolside. A few days into a vacation, and their knee starts bouncing because they can't wait to get back to work. People around them do not understand. They often criticize them. They ask, why are you always reading those books, listening to those podcasts, watching that Darren Daily, or going to those seminars? They just can't relate. They simply don't have that same drive inside. They don't have that fire raging inside.
So, Jeff and everybody else, at least know that here on Darren Daily, you are amongst friends. Friends who share a like mind and a like desire to be great. Now, the question is, are you really willing to do what it takes to realize your greatness inside? And your associations will be a huge part of whether you do or you don't. Write this one down, Jeff, and everybody else here. You can't hang on to who you were if you want to become what you aren't yet, but can be. You have to let go of the ring behind you to grab the ring in front of you. Let's remind you of what Jim Rohn taught us about the critical importance of these choices. Jim put it simply by saying, you will become the combined average of the 5 people you hang around the most. You will end up with the combined attitude, the combined health, the combined income of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're really gonna go for it, if you're gonna reach and you're gonna stretch and you're gonna do things that you've never done before, if you're going to be able to achieve things that you've never achieved before, you will need to reappraise and reprioritize the people that you surround yourself with. These relationships can either nurture you or starve you, bolster you or keep you down. And I'll reiterate what Jim taught us about organizing our associations. Now, hey, you might have heard this stuff before, but when was the last time you actually took an inventory of your associations? I mean, really. This organization of my associations exercise is something that I do regularly, at least once a quarter. I evaluate who I have spent time with and what adjustments I need to make. Here are the 3 categories to organize the people around you in. Number 1, disassociations. There are some people that you might need to break away from completely. Now, I understand that this might not be an easy step to take, but it is essential. You have to make the hard choice to not let certain negative influences affect you anymore. You have to protect your house. And what holds the most power over you and your family are the people that you let in. Decide the quality of the life that you want, and then surround yourself with the people who represent and support that vision. Again, I know this is not an easy step, but it is essential. Number 2, limited associations. There are some people that you can spend 3 hours with, but not 3 days. Others that you can spend 3 minutes with, but not 3 hours. You see, I have some 3-minute friends, and I have some 3-hour friends, and very, very few 3-day friends. It is critical that you know which are what. Remember, the influence of your associations is both powerful and subtle. You get a deposit of the dominant attitudes and actions and behaviors of the people you spend your time with. And then finally, and I think the most important if you truly want to change the trajectory of your life. Number 3 is expanded associations. Whatever area of your life you want to see improvement in, find someone who represents the success that you want, the parenting skills that you want, the relationship that you want, the lifestyle that you want, and spend more time with those people. Join organizations, business mastermind groups like the Hardy Club, and health clubs where these people are, and make friends with them. Create a circle of excellence by purposely selecting those whom you will surround yourself. You want to get into a group that will push you faster and farther than you would have gone without them. And that is also the importance of showing up here to Darren Daily every morning, seeking groups like those who are the alumni of the Hero's Journey and the alumni of the Business Masterclass. There's where you will find these extraordinary expanded associations that are so hard to find out there in the wild otherwise. So, Jeff and everybody else, these are the hard choices that you have to make if you want to realize your greatness. Just understand, the path of the achiever can be a lonely one because usually you are the only one in your family, in your office, in your neighborhood, in your church group who is on that path. The people around you won't understand you, and people will mock what they don't understand. Let them be. The narrative of their movie is just different, and that's okay. But it is not okay to have it affect your narrative. And as the adage goes, while they might call you crazy, it's the crazy ones who change things, who push the human race forward. Because the people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do. So stay on your path, Jeff, and keep showing up here each morning. This is where all the crazy ones meet each morning before heading out to continue their strive for greatness. This is an important Darren Daily to pass along to other would-be achievers. Please post it on your socials, email, text, or iMessage it to those that you care about.